Have you ever stopped to wonder what actually holds our digital world together? I mean, behind every single app you use, every website you browse, there's this hidden architecture, a secret blueprint that organizes all the information. Today, we're going to pull back that curtain and take a look. Seriously, think about it. When you buy something online, how does the system know who you are, what you bought, where to ship it, and that your payment actually went through? How does it all connect so seamlessly without just collapsing into a total mess? Well, because without a plan, you get chaos. Absolute chaos. Imagine your order getting shipped to the wrong address because your info is stored incorrectly in 10 different places, or a business trying to figure out its best-selling product when all the sales data is just a jumbled mess. That's the exact problem that a good data blueprint solves. Okay, so let's dive into this solution, data modeling. Honestly, the best way to think about it is like building a house. You wouldn't just start throwing bricks and wood together, right? Of course not. You'd start with an architectural blueprint. Data modeling is that blueprint, but for information. Yeah, at its core, it's all about this one idea. Before a single line of code is written, before a single piece of data is entered, you need a smart, structured plan. This plan defines what information you're going to store, what all that information actually means, and crucially, how all the different pieces relate to each other. So this process usually happens in 3 stages, moving from a really simple idea to a super detailed plan. It starts with what's called the semantic model, which is really just the client's wish list, right? A simple description of what they need, all in plain English. From there, you create the conceptual model. Think of this as the architect's first formal sketch, turning those words into a structured diagram. And finally, that sketch becomes the physical model. This is the detailed construction plan that the builders, or in our case, the database developers, can actually use to build the real thing.
So let's see how this actually works. How do you get from a simple request all the way to a structured plan? This is where the magic happens.
It all starts with something like this, a business owner just describing what they need their system to do. This right here, this is our semantic model. It's just words, a list of requirements, but hidden inside this description are all the clues we need to build our blueprint. And boom! From that simple paragraph, we get this, a conceptual model, also known as an entity relationship diagram. It shows how all those words get turned into a visual map. Now, I know it looks complex at first glance, but I promise, it's actually built from just 3 simple ideas. First up, you have entities. Just think of these as the main things, the nouns in our system. You can see them in the diagram. Customers, orders, articles, employees. They're the core subjects we need to track information about. Second, each of those entities has attributes. These are just the details, the characteristics that describe the entity. So an article has a description and a sales price. An order has an order date and a shipping date. These are all the specific pieces of information we need to store. And finally, we have relationships. These are the connections, the verbs that link our nouns together. You can see them in the diagram too. A customer places an order. An employee processes an order. This is how the whole system connects and makes logical sense. It's the glue holding it all together. Now, creating this blueprint is the first huge step, but there's also a really crucial cleanup process called normalization. You can think of it as tidying up the blueprint to make it as efficient and logical as possible. So, the whole point of normalization is to eliminate redundancy. Simple as that. You want to store each piece of information in only one place. That way, if a customer moves, you only have to update their address once, not in 5 different spots where it might have been copied. This prevents those dangerous errors where different parts of the system have conflicting information, and it keeps the data consistent and reliable. So, why do we go through all this trouble? Because a well-designed data structure, it isn't just some technical exercise. It has a massive impact on the entire business. And this affects professionals all across the company. For a business economist, this blueprint helps them see what data actually drives value. For an IT specialist or a data engineer, it's the roadmap that ensures the system is efficient and reliable. And for a business lawyer, a structured database is absolutely essential for complying with laws like GDPR and making sure everything is traceable for an audit. You see, a good blueprint makes everyone's job easier and the whole business a lot smarter. So the next time you use an app that just works perfectly, remember that invisible blueprint holding it all together. It's a pretty powerful reminder that structure is what brings clarity out of chaos. Which leaves me with one final question for you. What messy corner of your own life, what little bit of data chaos could use a well-designed blueprint?